Now in this part of the video we'll discuss about the catalysis. Look, some substance which we have, those substance when present in the chemical reaction, they are neither the reactant, they are neither the product, but their presence always increase the rate or decrease the rate. They never take the part in the chemical reaction, they cannot initiate the reaction, they remains unchanged chemically and their quantity also remains unchanged. Okay, what is their role? They can increase the rate of the reaction may complete in the small time or in the less time. They can decrease the rate of the reaction. If they decrease the rate of the reaction, time required for the completion of the reaction is the more. These substances are called the catalyst, and the whole phenomena is called the catalysis. Look, the substance which change the rate of the chemical reaction and themselves remains chemically and quantitatively unchanged, called the catalyst. These are the substance, those have the power to increase or decrease the rate of the chemical reaction. They can alter the rate of the chemical reaction, but they remains unchanged by themselves. Chemically they remains unchanged, they are not changing their chemical behavior, and they are not changing their quantity wise they all also remains the same. These substances are called the catalyst. Then the whole process is called the catalysis. Suppose if we discuss the thermal decomposition of the potassium chlorate, KClO3. Okay, so it occurs originally at the 653 to the 873 Kelvin and it has a very slow rate. But if in the same reaction we add the small amount of the MnO2 manganese dioxide, then what happens? Temperature, now reaction occurs at the very low temperature, that's at the 473 to the 663 Kelvin, and at the same time rate of the reaction increases. Reaction occurs at the faster rate. So what is the role of the MnO2? MnO2, presence of the MnO2 increase the rate of the chemical reaction. This is called the positive catalyst. If someone decrease the rate of the chemical reaction, that is called the negative catalyst. Like we have the preservative or the negative catalyst, they decrease the rate of the deterioration of the food. Now something is called the promoter. These are the substance. Promoter are not the catalyst, but they increase the efficiency of the catalyst. Like in the Haber's process, iron is the catalyst, but molybdenum is added as a promoter. Poisons again not the catalyst, not the negative catalyst, but what they do, they decrease the efficiency of the catalyst. Now two type of the catalysis we have. First one is the homogeneous catalysis. As the name indicate, reactant and catalyst are present in the same physical state, then this is called the homogeneous catalysis. Examples, look, SO2 plus O2, 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas in presence of the NO gas. NO is the catalyst and it is also present in the gas state. Give the 2SO3. Okay, this is the lead chamber method for the preparation of the H2SO4. Next one is the hydrolysis of the ester. Hydrolysis of the ester, like methyl acetate liquid, it react with the water in presence of the HCl liquid to give the acetic acid and methanol, aqueous. Okay, so physical state of the reactant and product is the same. Next we have the hydrolysis of the sugar. Okay, sugar C12H22O11 plus water in the acidic medium convert into the glucose as well as the fructose, and you see state of the reactant and catalyst is the same. Similarly, in the next time last we have the homogeneous state, phase are the same. In the heterogeneous, they are present in the different phase, they are present in the different physical state. Okay, like we have the example 2SO2 gas plus O2 gas. Now platinum is the solid to give the 2SO3. Platinum is the solid and reactant are the gas. It is the heterogeneous. Next one is the Haber's process. N2 and H2 react together in presence of the Fe, iron as a catalyst, to give the NH3. Haber's process. Reactant are the gas, catalyst is the solid. Next we have the oxidation of the ammonia. okay, in presence of the platinum to give the NO and the water molecule. This is one of the reaction of the Ostwald method. Then next we have the hydrogenation of the alkene. Vegetable oils. Vegetable oils are the alkenes. They are present in the liquid state. They are hydrolyzed. Hydrogenation occurs. Okay, H2 present in the gas state, and catalyst used for this reaction is generally nickel. Platinum we can also use. It's generally nickel, and they give the alkanes. Alkanes are the solid, okay, and these are called the paraffins. Alkenes are called the olefins. So this is the reaction of the hydrogenation of the vegetable oil. Then what is the mechanism? How the catalyst work? Look, we have the 5 steps. In the first step, the top valency of the metal is free. They are the adsorption side. What happens first? The diffusion of the reactant molecule at the surface. Reactant molecule diffuse at the surface. What is the next? Adsorption of the reactant molecule at the surface. In the next step, now they are chemically adsorbed at the surface. Third, now at the surface, formation of the reaction intermediate. At the surface, reactant molecule react together to give the intermediate, and next one is the desorption of the product from the surface. Finally, these product removed from the surface, that is the desorption, and last one, diffusion of the product away from the surface. Now they went away from the surface. Now surface again become the free to adsorb the next set of the particle, and that's how reaction always carried on. Okay, now the activity of the catalyst. Activity means how the catalyst is efficient. Okay, how it can increase the rate, that is called the activity. And activity depend upon the strength of the chemical adsorption, chemiosorption. And best catalysts are the group 7 to 9 element are the best catalyst. Their activity is very high. Selectivity means a particular catalyst provide a particular reaction. If we change the catalyst, then we have the change in the product also. For example, in this F1, carbon monoxide and H2 are the reactant. If we use the nickel, then same reactant give the CH4 and water. But if we use the copper, then what happens? Carbon monoxide and hydrogen give the formic acid HCOOH. Now next we have the zeolite. What are the zeolite? Zeolite are the honeycomb structure like shape, selective catalyst. Chemically these are the aluminosilicate. Okay, we have the structure of the silicate, 3D structure of the silicate, and some of the molecule of the atom of the silicon are replaced by the aluminum, that is called the aluminosilicate. Okay, their porosity, their openness can be controlled. Okay, and these are the catalysts. Those are generally used for the cracking purpose, okay, or for the isomerization reaction of the organic compound. We need to remember the special catalyst, that is the ZSM. ZSM is the catalyst, again it is a zeolite, that can convert the alcohol directly into the gasoline or in the petrol.